Today on the Round Number One YouTube channel, I'll be discussing the passing of Sika Anoa'i and other news reports. Sika Anoa'i passed away on Tuesday, June 25th at 79 years old. Sika Anoa'i is a WWE Hall of Famer and one half of the Wild Samoan tag team with his brother Afa Anoa'i. Together, Sika and Afa would win the WWF Tag Team Championships on 3 occasions during their time in the WWF, which is currently referred to now as the WWE. Various other promotions hosted the Wild Samoans, such as New Japan Pro Wrestling, the Oklahoma-based Mid-South Wrestling, where the team won the Mid-South Tag Team Championships on 3 occasions, Georgia Championship Wrestling, where they defeated the Fabulous Freebirds to win the NWA National Tag Team Championships, and other promotions across America. In Sika's personal life, he was an entrepreneur, a father to 5 children, 3 daughters, and 2 sons who went on to become WWE superstars. Matt Anoa'i competed in WWE as Rosie and was a tag team champion. Matt Anoa'i was Sika's oldest son, who unfortunately passed away in 2017. The other son is Roman Reigns, who is easily one of the biggest WWE superstars known globally next to Steve Austin, The Rock, Undertaker, and John Cena. Public statements have been made by various family members, from Sika's nephew, Jarius Anoa'i, who was the first to report about Sika's passing, then Rikishi, who refers to Sika as his uncle. Rikishi is another WWE Hall of Famer in the Anoa'i family, and most recently, Roman Reigns made a public statement. You can read their statements on their social media accounts on X, Twitter. It isn't right for me to rebroadcast them. Recent pictures from Sika's funeral showed family members smiling. Yes, it seems that casual attire is becoming more acceptable for funerals, as it was for my grandmother's funeral at her request. Family members at Sika Anoa'i's funeral were seen wearing black clothing, but not necessarily in traditional funeral attire. Roman Reigns was even spotted wearing shorts. It's interesting to see this shift in funeral attire reflecting changes in cultural norms and professional preferences. Rest in power, Sika Anoa'i. Unfortunately, family members such as Jey Uso and Naomi, who is also part of the family tree along with members in the current Bloodline faction led by Sola Sokola, real name Joseph Yokozuna Fatu, were not able to attend the burial on Saturday and had to be in Toronto for SmackDown and the Money in the Bank PLE on Saturday. The inside joke revealed to the viewers of SmackDown on Friday is that Jey Uso was able to be let into Canada again. What I find unbelievable is that Jacob Fatu was allowed into Canada and even the province of Ontario. It's no secret that somebody at WWE had to pull some strings with powerful Canadian politicians personally to get WWE talent into Canada. And it wasn't the WWE CEO Ari Emanuel or WWE President Nick Khan, but Michael Cole said during the broadcast of Money in the Bank, it was the WWE COO Triple H that had to step up and do the groundwork into getting WWE talent into Canada. I don't mean to throw shade at other wrestling promotions such as AEW, but the truth has got to be told and will be told by me. The truth is WWE has a significant influence and resources that allow it to navigate international regulations and restrictions. This includes the ability to work with influential individuals and organizations in various countries to ensure that their superstars can enter and perform for their global audience. This special treatment is often attributed to WWE alone because of WWE's status as a major entertainment powerhouse with strong connections in a global fan base. The long-going fan-made rumor was that Marigold wrestler Julia was to appear at NXT Heatwave in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. to challenge for the NXT Women's Championship. Julia underwent successful surgery a couple weeks back in Tokyo for a distal radius fracture. This type of fracture can result from any trauma to the forearm. Julia is scheduled and will probably face Sari at Summer Destiny, which is Marigold's upcoming pay-per-view event on July 13th. The Marigold Summer Destiny pay-per-view will also see WWE superstar Io Sky versus Utami Hayashita. This is a dream match for Utami Hayashita, as the match couldn't happen as Io, then known as Io Shirai, she left Stardom for the WWE, and Utami was just about to get into wrestling full-time for Stardom. Now, in round number 1 news, I'm getting closer to starting my job as an essential worker. All I have to do is pass my medical and drug tests tomorrow and survive the 10 months of probation, and we'll be golden. Regardless, round number 1 is here to stay. I'm not missing my uploads, and things will be looking great for round number 1 going forward. Tony Khan made the following comments to WGN Radio recently, and I quote, "I think right now, across the board, everyone thinks this is by far the best wrestling in the history of AEW in the women's division, and I think we have the best women's wrestling in the world right now." End quote. I just want to know, who is Tony Khan referring to when he says everyone thinks that AEW currently has the best women's wrestling in the world? The words we use help define who we are. And when I read this comment, when I read this comment from Tony Khan, I found it hard to respect him. You know, Tony Khan seems to think that there's a group of wrestling fans who accept his comments as the truth when they're lies. It's understandable to have strong feelings about such statements, especially when it comes to the representation of women's wrestling in AEW. It's important to remember that talking says something, but silence says something as well. Tony Khan, in my opinion, is going about promoting AEW and its women's division in the wrong way. Believe it or not, Tony Khan is an industry leader. But what Tony Khan lacks as one of these industry leaders is promoting AEW in a way that respects the wrestling community and our opinions on which promotion has the best women's wrestling. Now, everyone is buzzing about the Damian Priest and Seth Rollins match and the mistake that occurred. I have to admit, it was a major error. It seemed like Priest was not able to kick out when he was supposed to. The lighting in the Scotiabank Arena even changed, which makes me believe that the production team believed that was the finish. So what happened? I think Priest may not have been in top form going into the match, and something occurred that prevented him from having the strength to kick out or raise his back off the mat to invalidate Seth Rollins' pin attempt. Whether that's the truth or not, what I can tell you is that the true reason will not be told, at least for a few months. I think tonight on Raw, we might get a storyline reasoning to validate what happened, but the truth will probably be like a couple of months away. And it will be told by Damian Priest. But I suspect right now Damian Priest is being advised not to tell the truth and just stick with what WWE Creative comes up with. Finally, I want to let you all know that the partnership between NXT and TNA is still ongoing. TNA has taped some episodes of TNA Impact featuring NXT talent. And if you watched the Money in the Bank PLE last night, this was not a user-created edit. Joe Henry's face was shown to close out NXT Heatwave. Congratulations to Ethan Page, the new NXT champion. With the worlds of NXT and TNA colliding, it's interesting to wonder whose side Ethan Page will be on, since he was a former TNA talent. Okay, so that's it for today for the Round Number One YouTube channel. This is Michael. I'll talk to you guys later.